know it's been a really tough last couple months, last couple years. It's been something new every day, whether it be ICE in our streets, our illegal war with Iran, or just the sheer damage that Trump has done to our economy and the world's economy. The ruling class has declared war on the working people.
Right.
And this event, like many hundreds of other events this year, symbolizes a collective frustration that enough is enough. I know many of you are stressed, demoralized, just plain tired, but you made it here today. A few months ago, several Baltimore organizations came together to plan this event, and we chose this location outside of the Family Building because this is where they've housed many immigrants. We stand here today as a statement against the regime's current immigration policy.
Right.
In fact, we have a whole list of demands for the Day Free. First, no war on Iran. No more ICE in our streets. No more racism in our system. And no more corruption in our government. Today, you'll hear from many local organizations that do work locally in Baltimore, across the state of Maryland, across the United States, and around the world. Please give them your full attention. We are in a crucial time in U.S. history. No longer can we kick the proverbial can down the road and hope that someone else deals with it. The initiatives that you'll hear of today need you today. They need you to listen, to learn, to share, to volunteer, and to fight. Between speeches, I also ask that you join us in our chants. We want to make sure the entire city understands our resolve. After a few speeches, we will hit the streets and march and lockstep throughout the city. At the end, we will gather over there. No, y'all can't see in the back. We're gathering somewhere, right? Nearby, where you'll have an opportunity to interact with these organizations via tabling. Okay? So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our first speaker from Urban Reads. Urban Reads is a Black-owned bookstore and community hub in Baltimore that serves as a gathering space for political education, organizing, and cultural events. It has hosted many grassroots actions and has become a focal point for local activism. Please welcome Kenesha.
What's up, Baltimore? People's Power Assembly. I am going to read the statement from Ms. Tia, owner of Urban Reads Bookstore. My name is Tia Hamilton, the owner of Urban Reads Bookstore and founder of Urban Reads Foundation, of a literacy organization powered by Urban Reads Bookstore to disturb the literacy barriers in prisons, juvenile facilities, and in our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. This isn't Call of Duty. This is real life. They're playing with it. Black people are tired. We've been fighting this war for over 400 plus years. Bleeding, crying, whining, all while being traumatized over and over. While our white allies welcome to the party. Finally, glad that y'all made it. Because where the hell have y'all been? Now let's get to work. Let's work on healing. Let's work on community. Let's work on education. Let's work on freeing the people from the system pipeline, such as schools to prison pipelines, such as military to prison pipelines, and the CPS to prison pipelines. Why is it okay for your children and not ours? Let's work together on building community where my Black children can feel just as safe as their white counterparts. children's hands so they can have a productive members of society. This government does not love you. Please stop looking to elected officials to save you from your communities. We need to band together and protect our youth because they are truly the future. If you want safer communities, look in the damn mirror. Organize. Get to know people. Have conversations with our youth. Start having compassion and not fear. We see every day how much the U.S. government will invest into harm. They are scarring and traumatizing immigrant children by waiting outside of schools, shooting parents when they dropping off their kids. All while under the guise of protection. We don't need a white savior, we need an ally. Help show them this is what our community is supposed to look like. Go have drinks or cigars with your homies. Go have a round table with your rich friends. Ask them to help me and help us with this master plan of saving our community and babies. So when you consider donating to my literacy foundation, I started called Urban Reads Foundation. I did the research on one of the reasons why our children keep getting incarcerated. 85% are illiterate, which leads to 76% of men and women incarcerated are illiterate. This is all by design. They have been playing in our faces. 70% of Maryland incarcerated is black, and 30% of them come from this city of Baltimore. Parents, this is a perfect time to start reading circles with your families and friends. 46% of this world can't read above a 6th grade reading level. Hence the chaos in D.C. No one wants to read to learn, they want to blindly act in ignorance. Knowledge is key, and it's time for us to start educating one another with correct info. Please donate to urbanreadsfoundation.org or follow me at Urban Reads Foundation on Instagram. My allies, it's time you start paying it forward so we can organize better. We need your resources. Call in some favors to your powerful friends for this amazing cause. We need to get the job done. I can go places you can't. Let's work officially together for our people, and I promise you all of our children will be in the same position instead of separate. It will be a great cause. Change will come in my lifetime. And this being said, I love y'all, respect, and solidarity.
We want justice, you say how? Kick these racists out of town. We want justice, you say how? Kick these racists out of town. 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 All right, next up. Actually, Carrington, you can stay right up here. From the People Powers Assembly, we have Carrington. PPA is a grassroots organization focused on building working class power through protest, political education, and community organizing. In Baltimore, it has been active in demonstrations and coalitions addressing police brutality, economic inequality, and systematic racism. Please welcome Carrington from PPA.
What I want to talk about, everything going on around the world with Iran, the war, the hot war that's started now with the U.S. and Israel launching deadly strikes all across the country, killing men, women, and children, while Iran is also retaliating and fighting back, striking crucial military infrastructure to disable the U.S. and the Israelis' ability to continue their ongoing siege of Southwest Asia and their genocides all across, whether it be Palestine, Lebanon, Iraq, Iran, wherever the bombs are falling. That is U.S. genocide because they are aiming for men, women, children. They are aiming for normal people. They're aiming for the working class. They're aiming for you and I. And that gun that is pointed at Southwest Asia right now by the federal government, by the Army, by the Navy, by the Marine Corps, that is the same gun that is pointed at Black Baltimore. That is the same gun that is pointed at not just Black Baltimore, but the Black population all across the United States and all across the entire diaspora. That gun wielded by white supremacy is aiming at Cuba right now. I said hot war earlier because bombs are falling. But what we're seeing in Cuba with sanctions is war. Woodrow Wilson himself said that sanctions is a way for the U.S. to wage war through economics. And we see the war being waged through economics, not just through sanctions overseas, but we see it here in Black Baltimore and the Black population here. We see it when Black workers only make 70 cents on every dollar that a white worker makes. We see it when Black communities stay in constant food apartheid because some people just can't find the time to fund grocery stores or in communities, but they can find the time to give $600 million to the police. So they can continue to kill Black workers like Dwight Hawkins, like Bilal Abdullah, like Samuel Brown, like Freddie Gray, like Tyrone West, like Dante Melton Jr., like Peter Carson Brooks, like all the martyrs. Honestly, it's a sad day that I can't remember all the names that have been taken by racist police terror and by the weapons of white supremacy. But we know that the weapons of white supremacy, be it aimed at our comrades and friends overseas or here with our comrades and friends and families here, we know that the answer is the same. We know that you're not going to fight this violence, this overt violence with please and thank you. You're going to have to fight it by resisting. You're going to have to fight it by staying in the streets. You're going to have to fight it by doing what you need to do. You're going to have to fight it by getting up and saying no more. By saying, I'm not going to just follow these rules. Because what do these rules enable? These rules have enabled genocide around the world. These rules have enabled ethnic cleansing around the world. These rules have enabled redlining in our own city, where Black populations are spread out and left scarce. Before I was at a rally, I talked about the story of Poe Homes, this old public housing project that used to house 750 people. The city blew it up, and now the area only holds 250. 500 people left to the wind. Where do they go now? The enemy is the same, and the solution is the same. As oppression and occupation rises, resistance to it must rise. Whether it be in the streets, what we're doing now, or true promise, what Iran and what the resistance around the world is doing, standing up and saying, we don't want the bombs dropping on our schools. We want to keep making our money for our people and giving our resources to make our lives better. And that's what it's all about, making our lives better. And it's not through war and occupation, it's through people's needs. It's not through war and occupation, it's for people's needs. And the people want health care, the people want housing, the people want food, the people want education, and the people even want transportation. And I know my Black brothers and sisters also want some goddamn reparations. Is hell. What has been done is hell, and we gotta fight back by any means necessary. Thank you, let's have a great day.
1, 2, 3. All right. Give it to Carrington. Next up, we have from the Black Alliance for Peace, which is a grassroots coalition working to revive the Black radical tradition of anti-war and anti-imperialist organizing. It connects U.S. militarism abroad with systematic oppression at home, aiming to build a broad movement for peace, justice, and self-determination. Please welcome Sister Sheena.
My name is Sister Sheena, and I represent the Black Alliance for Peace. I'm going to say peace does not mean pacifism. The Black radical peace tradition understands that you must fight to protect your peace. We are seeing the world be ravaged by wars of aggression waged by the imperialist, swine, merciless monsters known as the United States government. But domestically, that same terrorism and imperialism is reproduced by the systems of democracy. We have local police terror, which will kill children, women, and men in their own homes, in their schools, in their neighborhoods, in the instant that they make contact with them. The Black Alliance for Peace sees the domestic war as an extension of the policy that makes global war possible.
That's right.
We do not see a revolution being defended on these streets.
Yeah.
We see domination.
Yes.
Full spectrum domination is the objective of this empire.
Yes.
Full spectrum domination has them reinventing the Monroe Doctrine,
Yeah.
so that you can do things like continue to strangle Cuba, so that you can do things like kidnap the legitimate president of Venezuela and hold him on bogus charges in New York City, while the biggest criminals in this government are somehow enriching themselves, their friends, their peers, and getting backroom deals with the same people who are saying, well, no, you can't have health care, you can't get an education, you can't be housed, but we can lock up millions of you. We will have the World Cup while we do not have people who are able to compete in it, able to enter this country. They're revoking visas, they're detaining people, they were blowing up Olympians in Palestine. And be able to have the world's games anywhere near you. How can you participate in these global spectacles pretending that this is a safe place when people are dying?
People are dying!
These policies are murderous. They are torturous. They are barbarous. They are not the good guys. They do not represent the will of the people.
That's right.
When we say you must resist, Iran is resisting. No retreat as a slogan, but as an objective. We must defeat the war everywhere. The U.S. should not have 800 plus military bases anywhere and say that other people are a threat to our safety. What safety can there be when the people who are watching us right now can kill me or any of you? We are not organized to defeat our enemy. Iran is organized to defeat their enemy. Hamas is organized to defeat their enemy. The axis of resistance is organized to defeat their enemy. If you don't want to appear to be an enemy, then you get organized. You don't let them say, well, we're spreading democracy through the barrel of a gun. Stand up for what is right. The global south, the people of the world, are not going to be victimized by this empire. It will find its death on the African continent, in Cuba, in Haiti, in Iran, in Palestine. The empire will fall. But you gotta make some shit fall over from the inside of the belly of the beast. I'm Sister Sheena from the Black Alliance for Peace. No compromise, no retreat.
Resistance is justified! marshals block that street right there. Alright, banners only. Banners only. You coming to me. Banners only. We good.
Stay behind the truck.
Our next speaker is Councilman Mark Conway. He is a bastion in this community, and he is running against Kwesi Mfume for Maryland Congressional District 7 as a progressive leader. So please give it up for Mark Conway. This is what democracy looks like. 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 15 months. 15 months. Donald Trump has been in office. In that time, he has decimated our federal government. He has destroyed our relationships across the globe. He has torn away Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. He's ripping apart our country and tearing apart the fabrics that make our country work. And we won't let it happen. We're here today because we won't accept a king. We don't accept kings here in America. With the war in Iran, this war of choice, we are already seeing American casualties. Over 300 Americans have been harmed already at war. For a war we don't need, a war we didn't ask for. Young people like you and I are risking their lives in a place we don't need to be, nor do we want to be. A couple of weeks ago, I serve on the city council. We had an opportunity to pass a bill to stop cooperating with ICE. No ICE. We don't want ICE here. We don't want to work with them. Baltimore City will not cooperate with them. But we all know the decision does not come down to your local government. It comes down to our federal government, to Congress. The leaders in office need to act. And that doesn't happen without you here. Let this not be the only action you take. You have an opportunity and a responsibility on June 23rd to vote in this primary election and determine what leadership you want to see. Do you want to see leadership that is quiet, that writes letters, that doesn't show up? Or do you want leadership that looks like you, responds like you, and fights like you. Some of you will march in the streets. Some of you will vote. Some of you will organize. But all of you need to act. My opponent, the sitting council,
Not a bad turnout for a Saturday to defend democracy here in Baltimore. Not a bad turnout to defend democracy on a Saturday in Baltimore. What do y'all think? All right, now I think I'm gonna die. So look at this. Oh, yay! I'm alive!
Jimmy.
Let's get a couple million hits.
That's what we like to hear.
Hey, another good shot. Follow this promenade all the way around. There's another outcropping. You can see that side here. I'm going there too. Yeah. You ran?
I'm out of breath.
Yeah, me too. Huh?
I got a polarizing filter on. It makes the sky look real nice. Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm about to go to the other side. Wanna come? Yeah, come with me. Walk fast. So we're going to the other side of the building, see the other side of the protest. Wish you could go through, but it's closed. Yeah, you gotta take the long way. Probably gone by the time we get there. This is a long path. Take the scenic route.
What'd you say?
Take the scenic route.
The what?
Scenic route.
Yes, the scenic route.
Yeah. Yeah. Doing construction, the ship.
Oh yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah. This museum in here. See. Yeah. Lots of them closing though. A lot of places been closed. Yeah. No, permanently. Closed permanently.
Oh, really?
Lots of closed permanently. Yeah. There used to be tons of stuff here, all, both buildings. See the protest?
Did the rent go up here?
The what?
The rent?
All kinds of stuff, rent, crime, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. They're about to tear this place down anyway, build a new harbor. Hey, first you go down here and rejoin. It must have passed. That's it, we're good. We're halfway up. Here's in. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's time to rejoin. Let's go.
defeated. The people united will never be 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 defeated.
in the U.S. to fight the struggles for liberations in countries like Palestine and the Philippines. IOPS is bringing together our fights, knowing that it's only a matter of time before the people of the world bring imperialism down. And we can only do that through solidarity. Without connections to the rest of the world, we are lost. At this moment, solidarity with the people is needed all over the earth. Yes. With the increasing presence of ICE, Gestapo, slave catchers, and law enforcement, whatever you want to call it. It is on purpose that the police, DHS officers, and the military come with so many incentives. Yes. This is a blatant attack on the working class. Yes. While the rest of the working class get harassed, lied to, and stolen from. We are witnessing history repeat itself, so shall the people's resistance. Our world is not up to the oligarchs, the elites to dominate it. Our world is up to us. Monopolies, oligarchs, the striving for domination and not for freedom. The exploitation and the increased number of small and weak nations by the handful of the rich and the most powerful nations. All of these are giving birth to the characteristics of imperialism and the decay of capitalism. Bombs from the U.S. do not liberate us. The bombs from the U.S. do not liberate people around the world. So we must counter it with unity and solidarity.
That's right!
If it wasn't for empire's greed stealing from the global south, people wouldn't have to come here and migrate for jobs to send back money back to their homeland. We need to take the opportunity and actually study what resistance looks like in nations like Cuba, Haiti, Palestine, Sudan, Venezuela, Yemen, Iran, Philippines, and Puerto Rico, and DRC. IOPS is having a global conference this May for this purpose, to learn lessons from other struggles against ICE, war, exploitations, set the direction to advance our collective fight against imperialism. Even in this fight against ICE and BPD attacks here in Baltimore.
Yes!
We cannot just stand around and watch our neighbors, our co-workers, our family members get kidnapped and sent to death camps. ICE is not only imprisoning everyone, including pregnant women and children. This was never about the worst of the worst. But the worst of the worst thinks the world is theirs to rule.
everywhere. Stay ice. I love 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 everywhere. All you people you think you right.
sorry, you scared me. I've met you before. Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's your name again?
Saya.
Saya, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. Have you met Avery?
Think so.
Probably. Is this familiar? Yeah, probably. Sorry, I'm scared. Palestine!
Baltimore to Palestine! Occupation is a crime! Occupation is a crime! From Baltimore to Palestine! From Baltimore to Palestine! Occupation is a crime! Occupation is a crime! From Palestine to the Philippines! From Palestine to the Philippines! Stop the U.S. war machine! Stop the U.S. war machine! From Palestine to the Philippines! From Palestine to the Philippines! Stop the U.S. war machine! Stop the U.S. war machine! From Palestine to Mexico! From Palestine to Mexico! All these walls have got to go! All these walls have got to go! From Palestine to Mexico! From Palestine to Mexico! All these walls have got to go! All these walls have got to go! Biggest threat in the world today! Biggest threat in the world today! Is Donald Trump and the USA! Donald Trump and the USA! Biggest threat in the world today! Biggest threat in the world today! Is Donald Trump and the USA! Is Donald Trump and the USA! Biggest threat in the world today! Biggest threat in the world today! Is Donald Trump and the USA! Is Donald Trump and the USA! Make some
It's anyone's game! Come on!
Anyone's game.
So serious! You think it's funny? No, it's so serious!
Is anyone's game?
Any chant!
Any chant.
What's coming tonight?
All right.
Impeach, convict, remove! Impeach, convict, remove! Impeach, convict, remove! Impeach, convict, remove! Impeach, convict, remove!
Who's really free? Who's really free?
Show me what community looks like! Show me what community looks like! This is what community looks like! Show me what community looks like! This is what community looks like! Show me what community looks like! This is what community looks like! Hey everybody, how we doing? Let's bring it in like we all love each other, like we're gonna be fighting next to each other. Let's bring it all in and move over here. Oh, never mind, they brought the speakers over.
We came to y'all, actually. First of all, I want to thank all y'all for coming out here today. I know I mentioned it before, but it's not easy to come out to these things sometimes. There's a lot of stuff going on in our personal lives that keep us paralyzed and unable to do the work that needs to be done. But y'all coming here today, that's exactly what we need. If we want to affect change in this country, we need people willing to stand up for each other, to stand by each other in front of cops, in front of judges, in front of government, whoever it may be. And to be honest, I've been super nervous for this event. This is a lot of black people. There's a lot of y'all, right? But this warms my heart because for so long I felt alone. I felt like nobody understood where we were in history. But I can see that around me, you guys understand. Now, we're going to finish up with a few more speakers, not that many, I promise. Okay? I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to thank all the the sponsors and co-sponsors and endorsers for this event, okay? Because this was a team effort from a number of local organizations that deserve their flowers. So I'm going to just go down the list. We have Free State Coalition, Party for Socialism and Liberation, People's Power Assembly, Indivisible Baltimore, Malaya Movement, Federal Unionist Network, Urban Reads Bookstore, Cat Ladies for America, Speak Out Socialists, Eyes on Ice, International League of People's Struggles, Jewish Voices for Peace Baltimore, Medical Students for Justice in Palestine, and Socialist Alternative. Now for our last speaker, first of all, it's Indivisible Baltimore in the house. Absolutely, okay. Indivisible Baltimore City is a powerful grassroots force right here at home. They're on the front lines fighting back against authoritarianism by showing up in the streets, advocating in the halls of power, supporting immigrant communities, and organizing at the ballot box to build real, lasting change. Please welcome Utah from Indivisible Baltimore City.
Community Care Working Group with Baltimore City Indivisible.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think of when you hear the words concentration camp?
I think that's
Nazis.
Do you think of Auschwitz, Dachau, Bergen-Belsen? Do you think of Native American boarding schools and reservations? Do you think of slave plantations? Do you think of the United States prison system? Behind me is a concentration camp. It doesn't look on the outside like what you'd imagine when you hear those words, but that doesn't make it any less true. Concentration camps under many different names have been on our soil for centuries. None of this is new. None of this is a surprise. This is the natural conclusion to 250 years of imperialism, slavery, genocide, and murder. This is the conclusion to a society that protects the predator over the innocent. A society wherein the laws are designed not to keep you safe, but to keep you in line. Everything this regime has done has been illegal. But what does legality matter when there is no one to hold them to account? The law is not there to keep the fascist class in line. It's there for them to divert attention. Trans people, they say, are groomers and pedophiles. Immigrants, they say, are criminals stealing your jobs. Poor people, they say, are mooching off your tax dollars. All projection, all diversion. They want you looking left and right and not up. And by that cheer, I know that we know this. With the release of the Epstein files, we can see who the groomers and pedophiles are. With all the layoffs and economic extortion, we can see who is stealing your jobs. And contracts, we can see who is stealing your tax dollars. It's not the single mother of four trying to afford medication for her child's ear infection, or the 70-year-old Social Security recipient whose paycheck has been docked every month for 40 plus years to pay into a service that will now run out of funds by the time my generation is old enough to receive what we are owed. It is the billionaires. The billionaire fascist class wants you to feel hopeless. and for a lot of us it's working. But I see us standing here today. This is not an act of hopelessness. This is an act of solidarity and resistance. I will say this, however, it's not enough. And I'm sorry to tell some of you that, but it's true. A national day of demonstration once a month is not enough. And we are quickly reaching a point where we will have to make increasingly important and desperately difficult choices. We are going to be uncomfortable or worse. Showing up to a protest is good for a few reasons, but that cannot be all you do. I often hear, where do I start? I feel so powerless. And here's the thing. Individualism has left us floundering. You are not responsible for saving the world alone. And on dark days, I have fallen victim to this thought process myself. But here's what you can do. Join a group. Talk to your neighbors. Have the hard conversations. You are not going to agree with everything everyone says all the time. That's part of being human. But we have to start somewhere. And if you don't know where to start, ask. Please ask. But start. Talk to your neighbors. Love that sound. If we are committed to nonviolence, we need to be seriously planning for a general strike. Shoring up our communities, taking care of our friends and neighbors and loved ones, spending our money wisely, and not using generative AI. These are no longer suggestions, they are necessities. If we want to come out on the other side of this, if we want to build a better world, we do not continue wholly supporting the empire we know is already collapsing. What we do is we start building the infrastructure for a new one, so that when this one crumbles, we have the sturdy foundation to build something better. This is not a movement for a day. This is not a movement for a week or a month or a year. This is a movement for your lifetime. Before I leave you, I would like to talk about voting. The fascist class, the Epstein class, whatever you want to call them, made up of Republicans and Democrats alike, gives you an illusion of choice every 4 years. But when our politicians are funded by all the same people and corporations, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Palantir, BlackRock, AIPAC, it proves they are in bed together. A Republican funded by AIPAC and a Democrat funded by AIPAC are beholden to the same interests, and it is not their constituents. We have power at the ballot box, we do. Not after the vote is over, when everyone says we can push them to the left. Because when does that happen? We have power. Your leverage is your vote. You must, we must, support candidates who will work for us and ignore the ones who will not. But we also cannot rely on voting to get us out of this. This is, again, a systemic issue that has been here since the first colonizers arrived on the shores of Turtle Island. This has been here forever, and we will not defeat it through voting. We will defeat it through community. That does not mean don't vote. Do not waste that opportunity. But don't think that that is all we can do.
That's right.
These are not original thoughts. These are the words and blueprints of peoples and activists, young and old, dead and alive, who have done and will continue to do the work to tear this this thing down. The America we know is collapsing. We decide what comes next. We deserve better. The world deserves better. And if we do this right, we will get there. But it takes community. It takes conversations. It takes organizing. And that's hard. It is hard. But we have to do it. It is the hard work that is the most rewarding. The billionaire class want you hopeless and they want you desperate. Do not give them that energy. They are small. Their power has been exaggerated, and they have instilled in you this idea that they are somehow superhuman, that they are untouchable.
Bullshit!
They are not. They breathe. They bleed. Let's show them how much bigger we are. Let's show them that we can break free from their grip. And it starts with a mindset. Do not let yourself believe that resistance is futile or that we are not powerful. Do not let yourself fall into the dark, dark times that make us want to hide. Do not hide. They will come for us anyway. So say the thing. Do the thing. We can and must build a better world. Let's get to work. Thank you.
All right, I want to keep this program moving. Sorry. We got 3 more speakers to go, and then I'm gonna let you go. I promise. Okay, I promise. All right, do I have JVP? Are you here?
Okay, JVP!
Alrighty. So Jonathan from JVP, or Jewish Voices for Peace, is the world's largest Jewish organization supporting Palestinian freedom and working to build a Judaism beyond Zionism.
All right.
With active chapters right here in Baltimore, across the DC metro area, and at Towson University, JVP is organizing for justice through education, advocacy, and direct action. Jonathan.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Rockheim, and I'm with Baltimore Jewish Voice for Peace. JVP is a Jewish organization working for Palestinian freedom and a world where all people everywhere live in freedom, equality, and dignity.
That's right.
I want to talk about how we can only get through this authoritarian term by building a movement for everybody, and why that needs to include Palestine. Many of us know what the Israeli military has been doing to Gaza, targeting the healthcare system, using starvation as a weapon of war, forced civilian mass evacuations, extrajudicial executions, the complete destruction of human habitation in Gaza. These are war crimes and crimes against humanity. The war is not over. Millions of Palestinians continue to live displaced and in terror. And all this has been done with support, cover, complicity, and encouragement of the USA. These war crimes have been normalized over the past 2 years with U.S. help. There is a direct line from normalizing war crimes in Palestine to Trump's extrajudicial execution of people in boats in the Caribbean. From Israeli impunity in Gaza to the illegal war on Iran. From getting used to dehumanization of Palestinians to the kidnapping and internment of immigrants here. When you normalize and get used to crimes against human rights and dignity, it doesn't stay in one place. It just normalizes crimes against human rights and dignity. It is our progressive movement's inability to address Palestine that has been used as a wedge to defeat, confuse, and divide us. It weakened us in the first Trump administration. It did not help Democrats in elections. It's no coincidence that the first immigrants with legal visas they came for were Palestinians. That they used a campus crackdown on the Palestinian freedom movement as a lead-in to the ideological takeover of universities. They know what they're doing. Check out the Heritage Foundation's Project Esther. Does it sound familiar when some now try to tell us it's a political necessity to abandon our queer and trans neighbors and loved ones? That their human dignity is too divisive? All of us here know they're wrong there too. The only way we overcome this authoritarian term is by building movements of everybody for everybody. That includes our queer and trans siblings, that includes all our immigrant neighbors, that includes solidarity with Iranian people's movements against repression at home and bombs from abroad, that for sure includes Jews, and that absolutely must include Palestinians and the struggle for Palestinian freedom. When they come for one of us, they're going to have to face all of us. This is how we keep each other safe, and this is how we win. And we do it by joining organizations and working collectively. If you Google Maryland Break the Bonds, that's our campaign to stop Maryland state retirement funds from being invested in unrestricted loans to Israeli affinity with, and get involved. No kings, no war, no camps, fuck ICE and free Palestine.
All right, next up, we have the Federalist Unionist Network. So the Federal Unionist Network is a national worker-led movement of federal employees and their allies focused on strengthening unions and protecting public services. It organizes through grassroots, bottom-up strategies like training, education, and mutual support to empower federal workers across agencies. The organization aims to build a broad coalition to promote a more democratic, equitable, and effective government that serves the public good. Please welcome Sean.
Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Sean. I am a proud member of AFG Local 2 from Delphi. I live here in Baltimore and I organize with the Federal Unionist Network. So the first speaker mentioned that what we stand in front of right here, is a concentration camp. And that is absolutely 100% true. It is meant to be a workplace where the people are served. Where the work that is done is meant to actually help everyone, every resident, and I don't mean citizen, resident of this country, of this place that is now called America. Many people in this audience, there are a fair amount of federal workers who would agree with you, and there are many more who have never thought about it that way at all. Because we are risk-averse, rule-based nerds, and I miss it, is a thing where we open camps and warehouses, where we ignore each other's bonds and what that meaningfully means for federal service. We only strengthen that by saying ICE out of our communities and not allowing our unions to defend and support others who kill in our own unions. Alex Preddy, who was murdered in Minneapolis, was murdered by a federal worker. He was murdered by an AFG member, and AFG took his side. FUD will not allow things like that. We encourage you every day, talk to your coworkers. If you're a federal worker, learn about what's going on. Don't hide behind your job. Stand with these organizations here. Learn why you're being fired right now, illegally. Take your power back. Build your collective bargaining agreements. And if you're not a federal worker, please call your senators and demand that the Protect America's Workforce Act restore our collective bargaining rights in name only, because we will take them back in the streets, in our workplaces, everywhere where we are. Thank you for your solidarity. We stand with you always.
For today, do I have a representative from the Party for Socialism and Liberation here? Socialism and Liberation is a national political organization that advocates for a socialist transformation of society with a focus on workers' rights, anti-racism, and anti-imperialism. In Baltimore, PSO organizers are active in protests, political education, and
Hey everyone, my name is Promise. I'm at the Baltimore branch of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Thank you guys all for coming out today. And as we close this action, we look back now on 1 full month of the Trump administration's unjustifiable attack on Iran. The U.S. is attacks on Iran have taken the lives of at least 1,937 Iranians. The attacks include an airstrike that decimated an elementary school in Manab, killing 168 people, more than 100 of which were children. We can look back on nearly 3 months since the bombing of the capital of Venezuela and the illegal kidnapping of President Maduro. We can look back on 2.5 years of bipartisan military and economic support for Israel's genocide of the Palestinian people. We can look at 3 months of complete fuel blockade on Cuba, which has forced nationwide blackouts and led to the premature death of people depending on assisted breathing in hospitals. What we can see so clearly is that this so-called anti-war president has repeatedly betrayed his commitment to peace, issued the severest punishment to nations that made the decision to walk their own path rather than walking the one dictated by the United States. Their crime was seeking to be free, to be sovereign, to be self-determined. Billions of dollars for wars, for sanctions, for regime change, while we here in Baltimore struggle to afford rent, to pay BGE bills, to afford health care. And while the Trump administration points its bombs at the people of Iran and Palestine, they unleash criminal ICE agents to attack and harass our friends, our families, our neighbors, all for the heinous crime of wanting to live in peace. The hands of ICE are caked in blood. The ICE murders of Keith Porter Jr., Renee Good, and Alex Preddy are bloody reminders that the only goal of ICE is to terrorize the communities they occupy. Right here in Baltimore, ICE has terrorized Highlandtown, kidnapping people from their homes and stores early in the mornings. So I ask everyone here today, has ICE's harassment of our neighbors made our communities safer? Has the kidnapping of another nation's leaders made our healthcare more affordable? No! Has the indiscriminate bombing of another sovereign nation made gas cheaper? No! But our oppression is not inevitable. Every decision made by people in power. But we must be clear on who those decision makers are, who our enemies are, to focus our efforts. Iran isn't our enemy. Venezuela isn't our enemy. Our immigrant neighbors aren't our enemies. The enemies of the American working class are on Wall Street. They are in the boardrooms of weapon manufacturers and health insurance companies. They profit off of our suffering one way or another. Our enemies are in the unmarked ICE vehicles. Our enemies are in the White House. Every day, these enemies depend on us to make the system run. But that means that we have the power to also shut the system down if we decide to. Every victory that has been afforded to the struggle, we cannot wait until November, until an election. People today are being bombed. People today are being denied basic necessities like food and water. People today are struggling to afford our rent and energy bills and groceries. What we need is a general strike. No work, no school, no shopping to show Trump and the billionaires that we, the people, to say that this system can only continue if we allow it to, but that we have the power to shut it down if we want to. Only then can the American working class truly activate its own full potential. This is how Minneapolis defeated Operation Metro Surge, and we can expand on that to defeat Trump's billionaire agenda. We are looking forward towards May 1st, May Day, as the next national shutdown. If that feels impossible, Consider that every working class victory in history seemed impossible until it happened, at which point it seemed inevitable. The slaves were told that abolition was impossible. People were told that Jim Crow would never. The wars must continue, that we are powerless. We know that is a lie. We know that we have the power. We can win the world we deserve if we stand together, if we commit to each other, and if we take this message to people in our lives who don't yet know that they too have a place in the struggle. There isn't a force more powerful enough on this earth to stop us if we are organized. And guys, stay tuned for more details on May Day in Baltimore. Thank you guys for coming out.
All right. And that was our last speaker, but I got one last chant. I want you to join me with this one, okay? I want you to repeat after me. No kings.
No kings.
No war.
No war.
No ice.
No ice.
No more.
No more.
I said no kings.
No kings.
No war.
No war.
No ice.
No ice.
No more.
No more.
I said no kings.
No kings.
No war.
No war.
No ice.
No ice.
No more.
No more.
Thank God for coming today. And please check out the tables for all the organizations that came out here with some information. I hope to see y'all in the streets again. Thank you one more time for coming out. I appreciate y'all so much.